Just imagine someone you love allowed to suffer, bedridden, living in filth, confused about what's happening to them. A local man let us know that and more has happened to his mother.
Now tonight, our focus is on the problem here in Oklahoma that often exists in the shadows. We're investigating elder abuse and the steps that it takes to hold someone accountable. Fox 23's Adam Paluka discovered it can be an exhausting, uphill battle with DHS and its Adult Protective Services Division.
It's been an excruciating 7 months for this Green Country family.
I wouldn't want anybody to go through this.
To protect their privacy as their case moves through the courts, we won't reveal names. We can tell you about an emotional and frustrating roller coaster that all began this summer when this man's mother was admitted to a Tulsa area hospital.
Both her feet were black, and her boyfriend was claiming that she had stubbed her toes, which was actually not true. Turned out it was gangrene, and she had not been taken care of.
He says his 75-year-old mother looked like she'd been in bed for weeks on filthy sheets.
I was upset to see my own mother with dried feces in her hair and matted.
The gangrene was irreversible. Doctors amputated both feet, and this man says his mother's live-in boyfriend was responsible.
I'd want to come over, but she was always putting me off. No, it's not a good day. I don't feel well.
He says Adult Protective Services caseworkers also thought something wasn't right at the home where his mother lived.
I was really relying on DHS and the system working to keep an ex-boyfriend away. I had a lot of faith in the system, and I followed it through.
But his faith in the system was quickly tested.
The first concern was, I said, well, should I go ahead and file a police report? And they had told me, no, we're going to go ahead and do that. You can do that, however, it would be redundant.
When he checked months later, he said no police report was filed, so he filed one.
Caseworker did her job, bar none. I kudos to her. To this day, I don't have one complaint with her. I know it wasn't her fault. Once it left her desk, the bottom fell out. They were very supportive, so I thought at first, and then that's when things started unraveling.
He says the moment the case went to the courts, DHS missed court appointments, pointed fingers at his financial history, and fought a court order appointing him as her guardian.
It was costing me money, my mother money, costing everybody time. I satisfied all the court requests, and it just seemed like nothing was ever good enough.
But DHS spokeswoman Cherie Powell told me over the phone the agency believes it did nothing wrong in the way it handled this case.
This is normal procedure. It is Oklahoma state law. It is a way of protecting vulnerable adults from exploitation. An APS investigator will determine what is happening in the case. They'll do their investigation, and then they turn their findings over to the district attorney and the police.
We talked about this family's experience with Wes Bledsoe, an Oklahoman who started a perfect cause when his mother died after suffering abuse and neglect in a nursing home.
The disabled and the elderly are often forgotten. They're overlooked. They're pushed aside.
For years, Wes and A Perfect Cause have pushed for change within Oklahoma's Adult Protective Services. I showed Wes document after document detailing the steps the family took to get their mother in better care.
DHS's intervention is minimal, if not obstructive, in this case.
The family's attorney says no criminal charges have been filed.
If DHS has sprung forward and said that we're going to put our information on the table to help the police and the district attorney's office hold this man accountable, they absolutely have not, that I know of.
But DHS was adamant the agency has done its job, sending the findings to the DA.
Each case is different. Obviously, it depends upon the recommendations in the case and whether the district attorney believes it's a prosecutable crime.
We checked online records, and so far no one has been charged in this case. For this family, they're not satisfied with how their mother's case was handled as it went through the system.
Now that I have a grasp on everything, and now that I have control of what's going on, and I'm very comfortable with my mother's well-being now, I'm concerned about other people.
Adam Paluka, Fox 23 News.
If you suspect an elderly person is being abused, don't wait. Call 911. Meantime, Adam's investigation won't end here. He continues to work to gather more information on this case and the larger system that's supposed to protect those who cannot protect themselves.